Hi, my name is Farida, and I talk about living a life of ease through remote work and travel. If any of these things seem like a vibe, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have you noticed that international travel is changing and it is changing fast? If you're an American used to booking a flight and just showing up, those days are ending. New travel pre approvals, biometric systems, and stricter passport rules are being rolled out across Europe and the UK. If you don't know about this, you could be denied boarding at the airport, even with a valid passport. In this video, I'm going to explain the new travel authorization systems, Europe's biometric entry system, the UK's new ETA requirement that I've talked about in a previous video, and how to make sure you travel smoothly and stress free. This is especially important if you're planning to slow travel, bop around, or simply just take a quick trip abroad. ETIAS is a new online pre approval system required for Americans traveling to most European countries in the Schengen area. You all know that I am obsessed with the Schengen area and I want to travel there this year in 2026. I just have to figure out a way because all of my time off is gone and it's only February and I have so many things I want to do. I have to visit my daughter in Hawaii. I have to go to Albania. I want to visit Portugal. I of course want to go to Turkey for our Turkey retreat. So there are a lot of things that you need to do now because as the US is tightening our requirements for people to come and visit us, other countries in return, and justifiably so, are tightening their requirements for us to visit them. So let's talk about the ETIAs. Right now, Americans can travel to Europe without applying for anything in advance. But soon, I believe it's going to be in late 2026, you will need ETIA's approval before boarding your flight. And so you're going to have to apply online before traveling. The cost is going to be around €7. Approval usually takes minutes to a few days, and the whole thing lasts for 3 years, which is good. The approval for other countries only lasts 1 year, so 3 years is really good. It allows stays up to 90 days within the 180 days. And this is not a visa. This is totally different from the visa. This is travel authorization. Without ETIAs, airports will not allow you to board your flight to Europe. So just keep that in mind. It's not in effect yet, but it's coming soon to the Schengen area in Europe. Number two is the UK's ETA requirements for Americans. The UK now requires Americans to apply for an ETA before entering the country. I will definitely put a note card for this video that I've already made, for the video that I've already made, so that you can see in detail how to do this process. It's not super lengthy. It took me about 10 minutes after a little bit of trouble with the camera on their website, but it got done and I was zipping it and zooming it in the UK, and you can too. The UK now requires Americans to apply for the ETA before entering the country. Even if you're just visiting London for tourism, you have to apply online before traveling. And you need to do this before your trip. I would say about 3 to 5 days before your trip, just to make sure. The cost is 10 to 16 pounds. I personally paid 16 pounds. It is valid for multiple visits over 2 years. So, not as good as the 3 years for the Schengen zone, but 2 years is cool. We can work with that. And it is required even for short visits. So if you don't have an ETA, you're not going to be allowed to board your flight. They're really strict with that ETA, and it's really convenient. They'll just scan your face when you walk through the line to board. Boom, it comes up. They recognize your face and you go through. This also applies to Canadians, not just Americans. So, a lot of other visa free travelers are going to have to do the ETA process. It might probably apply to my fellow Grenadians as well. So, Grenadians, check to see if this applies for you as well. Another thing that you have to be aware of is that Europe has new biometric entry and exit systems called EES. Europe is replacing passport stamping with a biometric tracking system called EES. And I don't know how I feel about that. I love passport stamps. For someone who travels a lot like me, I'm going to have to get my passport renewed more often than someone who doesn't travel a lot. For US passports, you cannot add pages anymore, unfortunately. So once your pages are done, you have to order a new passport. So this is good. It will save the last page or two in my passport. But still, I like going through my passport, flipping the pages, and seeing all the places that I've been. The system is going to scan your fingerprints, scan your face. It's going to track when you enter and leave Europe, and it automatically enforces that 90-day stay rule. So that means overstaying is going to be a lot harder for the people who like to overstay or do those border runs. That is going to be pretty much a thing of the past. There will be no confusion. Everyone is digitally tracked. And there are stricter airline document checks that are going on now. Airlines are now responsible for verifying your documents before boarding. This means they're going to check your passport validity, your ETIAs or ETA approval, your visa requirements, your return and onward ticket. The craziest thing happened to me when I was in Qatar and Saudi Arabia. They asked to see my driver's license to make sure it was a real ID. You could have blown me down with a feather. I did not know they were doing that. It is crazy strict. What if I had decided to just travel without my driver's license? I would have been in so much trouble because I was not going to be able to get on those flights without showing my Texas driver's license with the real ID. So that was a shocker. That was really surprising to me. If anything is missing, they can deny boarding immediately. So you're just going to be stuck out of luck. Not immigration, the airline. This is why preparation before travel is now essential. You just can't hop on the plane and do it later. Saudi does have this really cool on arrival visa that you can do. Saudi does have that, but not every country is going to be so flexible. Passport validity rules are going to be strictly enforced. Many countries now require your passport to be valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel date. If your passport expires sooner, you may not be allowed to board your flight. There are a few countries in Europe that say 3 months is fine, but don't be caught slipping. Be on the safe side and have that 6 months beyond your travel date. Even if immigration would allow it, the airline may still deny you. Also, make sure that your passport is not damaged, that you have blank pages in there, and your passport is not close to expiration. So, renew as early as you can. Mine's doesn't expire until over a year from now, but as soon as I'm able to go ahead and change it out, that's what I plan to do. So, this information is not meant to scare you, it is meant to empower you. Travel is still very possible, still very easy. Short terms Long-term travel abroad is still possible. You just need to be informed and prepared. So, if your heart is calling you to travel more, relocate, or live abroad part time or full time, don't let these challenges stop you. Just let them prepare you. All right, I will talk to you in the next video. Have a great day. Between timeless stone, the echo of the call to prayer, and the meeting of the seas, a sacred journey unfolds. Please join us for Beyond Enough, our second annual retreat. A women's retreat in Turkey designed to return you to the woman you were always meant to be. Set within Turkey's rich and layered landscape, where land and water exist in quiet harmony, and centuries of devotion linger in the air. This is not a passive escape from life. This is a guided healing experience, rooted in clarity, sisterhood, and transformation. Beyond Enough is different. Here, healing is intentional. You are supported, guided, and held, as beauty works alongside purpose. Over 6 days and 5 restorative nights, you will rest deeply, be pampered fully, and have a great adventure in safety and sisterhood. You will reconnect with abundance as a lived experience, not a distant idea. Through reflection, guided circles, and practical workshops, you'll explore abundance as alignment. How you give, receive, protect, and trust. You'll identify your abundance archetypes, strengthen your boundaries, and bring clarity to your relationship with provision, finances, and emotional regulation. All grounded in ethics and spiritual accountability. And this journey doesn't stay inside 4 walls. Through curated excursions, historical sites, coastal paths, and shared exploration of Turkey itself, you will witness abundance in motion. In the architecture, the rhythm, the generosity of the people, and with the inner work that we'll be conducting on the trip. This retreat is for women who need rest without guilt, adventure without exhaustion, and renewal without overwhelm. You will leave grounded, clear, expanded, with tools you can carry forward and a deeper trust in yourself and your provision. Here, healing is guided, abundance is embodied, and Turkey becomes both teacher and mirror, steady, expansive, and divinely anchored. Because rest is sacred, and you are never meant to live from depletion.